right, so now let's look at a movie that both of us it was just not successful in any way, and that was Rock of Ages.
Yeah, Rock of Ages it was just not any fun to see.
No, I totally agree.
And I saw it on Broadway, and I know you have too.
Right.
It is, in person, one of the most fun and engaging, entertaining experiences you'll have in a theater. The music's great. They encourage the crowd to be part of the action. They want you singing back to the stage. It's really funny. There's a lot of humor. And it looks like the people on stage are having the most fun in the world.
I completely agree. I was there with some of my students and our older brother Doug, and I was sitting with the girls and he was sitting with the boys, and I kept turning around during the stage performance, and all the boys and him were singing aloud to all of those songs, and I mean, that was one of the things they said after we left. Oh, Miss Bovee, it was so much fun, it was amazing, and that's what I was hoping to get from the film experience, was that same sort of like enjoyment that I had sitting in the theater that day.
Exactly, and the whole point of the musical is it's all songs that are supposed to kind of be a guilty pleasure.
Right.
It's very much full of 80s hair metal and those types of things with the big blown out hair and the tight pants with the shredded holes in them and the over-the-top guitar licks and those types of things. It's supposed to be a guilty pleasure that's fun for what it is. And the storyline's kind of cheesy, and it just basically exists to get you from song to song.
Absolutely.
And that's fine. And when you watch the movie, it looked like nobody enjoyed themselves but Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise absolutely sinks into the character of Stacey Jacks.
Oh, he was fantastic.
Like I have never seen before.
Right.
You could tell it was the least self-conscious performance in the entire movie. Like everyone else was wearing like these funny wigs and these weird clothes, and and it almost looked like they were going, well, I hope this wig gets a laugh. Because
like Alec Baldwin, and
And the music was good. A lot of the singing was fine. I thought the vocal performances were all fairly solid. I didn't think any of them were bad.
No.
It's just really they just kind of wrung all the joy out of that experience with the way they filmed it. And I think Adam Shankman was the director.
He was a producer.
Oh, he was a producer. Okay. I think Adam Shankman's done a lot of really successful musical adaptations, and he's that's kind of been his specialty. And I really think it would have done better if he was directing it instead of just producing, because I think he would have made it seem a little bit more kind of freewheeling and carefree and not so self-conscious. I think everyone seemed so self-conscious, going like, are people going to like this? Is this funny? Is this good?
And he directed Hairspray, and that was a delight and so joyous, and I think I agree. Like, had he actually taken the helm of being director, he might have been able to, just give that life and the joy that was supposed to be, and it was just a dull. I watched it on an airplane, and I was like, fast forward,
It just, I mean, again, obviously they weren't going for high art. They weren't trying to win Oscars by making Rock of Ages. But at the very least, it should have just been a lot of fun.
Right.
It should have been a lot of fun. And it was no fun at all. And again, you watch the screen and it seemed like nobody is having less fun than the cast of this movie. It is a great cast full of a lot of really talented people, and I don't get that this was the best they could come up with. That of all the film they shot for this movie, that these were considered the best performances, the ones they put together and put on screen. I don't know how this cast makes this movie with any kind of competent person directing them. I didn't understand it at all. I was really disappointed when I saw it.
Yeah, I agree. Me too. And even though I knew you hadn't liked it when I was about to see it, and the reviews had tanked, I was still going into seeing the movie. I was like, oh, it can't be that bad, and it was. Even knowing how much other people had not enjoyed it when I saw it, I didn't enjoy it at all.
Yeah. I was really disappointed. I just thought for subject material that should have been so rich, it felt really flat. So.